Hi everyone, welcome back to TGM The Insight Hour podcast series, episode 3. And today we are very honored to welcome Miss Mai from KPMG. Hi Mai, could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hello everyone, my name is Mai Nguyen and I'm an HR manager at KPMG in Vietnam and Cambodia. I'm very happy and also quite surprised when I received an invitation from Ms. Thuy to join to this talk, and I hope that my knowledge and my information could really help you for some insight and support for your business.
You know, like recently the term of IDE, inclusion, diversity, and equity is very trending recently across businesses in Vietnam. But I guess this is one of your top strengths while working at PwC before and KPMG. So could you please share your career journey, especially the transitions to be a CSR and IDE manager at PwC?
After my job at Sony, actually I've been trying to looking for some positions that not in HR. And at that time I find the term IDE in some job website. I don't know what is it. So I do some research, I do some Googlings, and I find like, I think it's gonna be a little bit like employee engagement, but I don't know why they have different terms. And I've been through one interview for other company before PwC, and I failed. So that's why when I applied for the position CR and IDE at PwC, I took a course on Coursera to really clearly understanding what is it and go into that interview. And this time I win that job. And actually I believe that it is still the new term. Not only for me but also for the Vietnamese market, because not so many companies know that, and when I have some talk with students they also don't know that. But for some big firms like PwC or KPMG, they're doing a lot of things related to IDEs, and I think this career choice is such a milestone in my career that I found some things that I really interesting in.
So what are some valuable insights or experiences did you gain and learn at that positions at PwC?
Yes. So at PwC, I think one of very interesting things that I really treasure is related to their learning and development program. So when I joined to PwC, I attend many courses that they prepare for the employees. And one of the things that the course that very impressed me is the IDEs programs that require like 10-hour trainings mandatory for managers and above level.
So for how many days in total?
I don't know, like because it's online training.
Yeah,
but it's very well designed. So we can learn a lot of things. And if I just share that, okay, that's just a training call, then how we know it's truly have an impact into the business. This is my observation. So next to me, I have a colleague. She's older than me, and she also worked longer than me. So sometimes she a little bit like put a very high expectation to even for some new member, and sometimes she not really like empathy for the new persons, but when we have any mistakes, she will go straight to that point and like a little bit criticizing. But after the training, she changed. I think the way that she communicate to me changed.
Surprisingly.
Yes, I didn't know like, that training truly have something. So let's pick one from the training. Now we're learning about the unconscious bias. So when we design something, actually there is some the voice inside our heads that telling us like doing this, not doing that. It's like our subconscious, throughout the years that we've been learning or working, or because of the environments that we live in. So it will set some subconscious for us, and it will decide what we will do next. So that's why we have that training on unconscious bias. Like for example, like in recruitment, we tend to recruit a person that a little bit like us, or they have some characteristic that in common in common with us, right? So someone who quite strange to us, we may fear. We may feel that whether that person we can work well, but rather look into their talent. So that unconscious bias will let us open our mind to see like whether our decisions is really subjective or is our unconscious bias. I still have one more story. I think
let's go ahead.
I want to share more. So in the training, they also share a TED talk that I'm really impressed, and I think that it also impressed you guys. So that lady go into the tech conference, and sharing her story. She asked all the audience to imagine, like there is a tech CEO, and that person's gonna join a conference in New York. So that CEO will took a flight from California to New York, and then on the way to the airport, that CEO see the pilot, and they wave to and say hi each other. And after that CEO arrived to the hotel, that CEO also attending to a dinner, and next to the table is a couple that they are proposed.
Having a proposal.
Yeah, having a proposal. And the CEO feels so happy into that such a very special dinner. And after the dinner, the CEO come to the conference in front of a lot of people to present things about the new technologies for everyone. So now, here's the question that she will ask the audience. What skin color of the pilot you've been thinking of? And what gender you've been thinking of? Actually, the pilot is a black woman. You haven't thought about that, right? And the couple that giving the proposal actually gay, a gay couple. And the CEO that joined to the tech conference actually is herself.
Not the guy.
Yes, not the guy. So that's what we think, what we assumptions, but actually it's not the truth. And usually we use a lot of assumption into our decisions and make our imagination come true, because what we already observe in society make we have that image in our brain and stick there. So this training is somehow unlock that change and let us have more idea on what we're gonna do.
That's very interesting. Because usually when we, like you said, when we having an interview with one person, we usually tend to looking for the similarity between us, and then we subconsciously apply that is the culture that we're looking for our team. So somehow we have to unlock that and be more open. So coming to next, what is the significance of IDE, and how do you think it impacts on business in general, and especially the SME in Vietnam?
Actually, IDE is quite a big topic where we have to consider like whether we have enough men enough women in our firm, and do you think why IDE is so important? Because like in some learning that I learned, it shared that when your firm or your companies have the diversity, it will reflect the society, and it will help the company to quickly solving the society problem or issues when it's come to the companies. Like yourself, when we have a problem, of course we can solve that one. But if you're asking people around you, like, is that the best solutions, you will see like they will have a lot of stuff, and you will feel a little bit request like, why I asking them that question, right? But after that, at the end, you will see that solutions will become more perfect,
when we have different perspectives.
Different perspective, and when it's really drawing out, you will receive less complaint. And less commenting or less issue that occurs through that solution. So that's why the diversity is really important into the companies, and inclusion also, because if people don't feel included with the companies, then they will easily leave the companies. So I think when people are thinking of a new job opportunities, I think that it's because you feel that the place that you work is no longer belonging to you, right?
Because when it comes to diversity, people will think about the gender, but I think the IDE goes far beyond the gender.
True.
It will be the people characteristics, their ability to work, and many other things. So if we take into consideration of all the things, and we can let people be the difference.
And talking about how the IDEs is important for the companies, we have another things related to the chatbot GPT. So actually we've been discussing about this one when I try to generate a workshop for the International Women's Day. Because we've been brainstorming like which topic we should say into this workshop. And we want to relate it to the technology topic. And then a man from innovation team shared with me a story about a chatbot that I think is quite interesting. He shared that when the business, if we just gathering some information that related to men only, usually people will stick with the things that men is logical, dry, and sometimes not empathy. But when we think of women, we will think there will be some characteristics that will stick with women, like empathy, tender, care. So I think that's why a lot of women working in service industry, because they more care, they more empathy. So when it's come with the chatbot GPTs, then if we just gathering, because they will learning, right? So if it's just learnings from men, then everything is dry, and sometimes it's really not understanding the feeling and the thought of the customer. So that's why they also want to include something related to female or woman. So it will complete the process and make it look like, I think it make the chatbot look like human, more human,
because two sides.
Yes.
So currently, with your role at KPMG, do you have any new experience or new innovative approach in executing the IDE training programs or activities at KPMG?
Here at KPMG, we don't do something so strange or like something like too high level, because like IDE is actually what you see every day in everyday life, everyday work, like the way that we talk to each other, whether we in IDE in our conversations, we used to think that LGBTs people are used to hear when people call them gay or less, right? But some people, when they calling that title to those people, they calling with some tones.
But judgmental.
Yes, and I believe that they will have some feeling related to the kind of stuff. But because we don't know that, we don't know that what they feel because we don't into that group. So IDE is including in every day that we talk, whether program related to what for example, like if I'm doing the running program, whether I include all male, female, and LGBT group, whether I including the people that have not very good physical things. So when we are trying to do, even for when we're trying to launching the well-being program, we also try to diverse all the activity related to the well-being program, like we do in the workshop, because a lot of our employees cannot go to the office to work because they have to be at client site. So that's why we do an online workshop so that everyone can join. But we're not doing one topic, we do variety topic based on the survey that we asking our employee what is their demand, what is their need, so that we can customize that fit with our staff demand. And beside the workshop, we also have the digital challenge for them. So usually it could be the physical one, or it could be like smile challenge, like people just need like everyday smile, took a picture, upload on the app, and then they can receive gift. So beside the education that we have for our employees, we also create the environments that people can live into that one. And we have a lot of activities so that someone that who not really like physical thing, but really like to self-inject it, they can also join.
So in your recent activities, what is your most memorable one?
Recent activities, we have a lot, but let's talk something outside of our KPMG. So we on September 30th, we have an event that we work with the UK Consulate General, because there is a Prime Minister special event that come to Vietnam. And like in the world, as I know, there are only not so many people, not so many special envoys. I used to hear that there is one in UK, one in New Zealand, one from US. So they really working on the LGBT group, and we honoured to have him here end of September. So we gather and do the panel discussion to go through what is the practice within many top corporate, as well as what the role of these special events to advocate to the policy and to the government that truly support and inspire people to work on this area. And I think this will go beyond the company, but will have an impact into the Vietnam market, because like when we're not just doing for the companies, but we also inspire and encourage other companies to join and doing the same. I think that it will create a Vietnam market that really attractive and can attract the talents from overseas to come, as well as the investment from other countries to join Vietnam.
So when you executing those activities, what are some of the challenges that you face?
I think the challenge that we face is like, because the awareness of people related to this topic is not so many. So not so many corporate would join into those type of events. And because you can see like after COVID-19, people tend to focus on sales, how to put sales and how to get more revenue than doing something related to IDE. So I think the top thing is to get the support from leaders, especially in this type of critical time that people try to get back on sales thing. So we have to show like how it's gonna support business to grow sustainably.
So based on your experience, what advice would you give to other organizations, especially SME in Vietnam, to start looking to enhance their IDE programs?
Before I doing the IDE, I just think that why people think so much, just doing stuff, just organize event, let people feel, and then they will engage with that one. But later on, so when I working more with the big group and the big companies, I feel like everything's is blocked because of people mind. People mind, yeah. So the things that I highly recommend is to unlock the people mind on all the concepts that people are thinking of IDE, because when they can open their mind, they will accept it. And for the SME, I think the mindset of the CEO, the leaders is very important. So let's take an example in KPMG in Vietnam and Cambodia. You can see how IDE, our CEO, like walk the talk by himself. Like he said, like he really support for IDE, and he truly doing that. Like whenever there is a fresh graduate that come to his LinkedIn, and then say hi and introduce like what's their names and how they're interested into KPMG. He will respond all of those messages by himself. Yeah, so that's in IDE.
Yeah.
We don't say, but he include everyone.
Yeah, not just because you're a fresh graduate and you reach out to a very high level persons and they won't ignore you.
Yes. So that is our leader work by the talk. On the IDE, or even in some, if I posting something related to IDE or other guest speaker that are sharing something related to the cultures, the IDE cultures at KPMG, he will come to that spot and say something there. So to say thank you for great work, or he will congratulate the team. So I think that this would be give the success feeling to a lot of people, but also make them motivation, but also make them feel like they belong in here.
Yeah, I agree, because the CEO, like the leaders of the company, usually the one who define the culture of one organization.
And do you know how many employees at KPMG in Vietnam and Cambodia?
How many?
2,000.
Wow.
2,000 staff, but he don't hesitate to like chatting individually like that. So I think that's
and he will be the driver for everyone to follow and make the success of the IDE program at KPMG.
Yeah, so in conclusion of what I'm sharing, I just want to tell everyone that IDE it's not something that far away from your hands. It's everything that you do every day, but how you can have the programs that make people aware of what they are doing, what they are saying. That is how IDE is doing.
That's very interesting. Thank you for your sharing today. And we hope you enjoyed this section.
Yeah, thank you. And I hope that you can have some good story and something to take away from what I'm sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you.